Peace, reflection. Mm. Peace, reflection. You see these demons, they come in early in the morning talking about some hotep. Block the shit out this person. Don't say hotep, man. We say welcome back, reflection. Drop this jewel on y'all. Y'all come on in here, man. Hit y'all with this jewel. Good morning. You know we don't say good morning, reflection. Ain't nothing about good morning. Ain't nothing good about morning. We don't say good morning. Welcome back, Nature Girl, Neo. Finally sound like some people in here that know who the hell I am. Reflection, get in tune with who you following. That's not how I speak. That's not what I do. You know, get in tune. All right. Let the room get where it need to be. And I ain't arguing with you. I'll just block you. You feel me? Welcome back, beautiful. Okay. Thought I'd go live and hit y'all with this download. You know. Boom. I think I'm gonna wind up saying this twice today. What I'm about to say, I think I'm gonna wind up saying it twice. But hold on, let me get my battery charger. It's about to be a jewel. I'm about to give y'all real quick. You take it with you. You can wear it, utilize it, add it to your life, or not. You can continue to be in the abundance of information and live in ignorance if you want. It's all up to you. I'm just here to help those that are listening and try to understand. All right. Check it out. Welcome back to the inside of your body, the earth realm. Again, another chance for you to understand who you are and what you are, and then get in tune with it. Today I want to tell you who you are and what you are, and maybe I can give you a clearer understanding of what you are. A lot of people meditate, they go into other realms, they do DMT, they do drugs. Welcome back, reflection. Come on in, come on, sit down. Try not to speak when I'm talking because you might miss out on the message. A lot of people go into these other realms, they take DMT, they take mushrooms, they trip out. And they learn and see all of these things, and they come back and they don't even understand. They're like, you know? They go out and they have these crazy experiences and they're not able to bring back the vast understanding that they had. The consciousness that was so grand and big that they had. They cannot bring it back with them. If you ever go online and look up people's psychedelic trips, very few can really come back and tell you anything about it. The question is why? Why can't they teach you anything about what they went through? And they come back and they're like, I don't understand. It was like, right? and you wonder why, and you say, damn. But I can tell you why they don't remember. I can tell you why they don't remember and make it make complete sense. They'll say, well, I think that they didn't want you to remember. They took it from you. They didn't want you to remember. They just want you to know a little something, something so that you can come back. No, it's not the reason. It's because you are what you've seen, plus more. You are, let me tell you who you are. You are me. You are everything. Your mind, who you truly are, is so much more than this concentrated human experience, locked in by your astrological energy, that you couldn't even fathom what you are completely in this locking of programming that you're in. So when these people come back from they're experiencing their minds, right? Experiencing who they truly are. Who you truly are is pure love. It's like you are truly pure love. All of us together, all the things put together is so colossal, so big. We are complete love, and we're only one being. There's nothing else exists but you. And we're complete, what you would call love, but it's just, it's the all of everything is what you completely are. Zapped inside of this experience that is locked in, is light locked in itself to experience a concentrated, focused realm of reality for a very short moment. All of this is really meaningless. It's just an experience. In this experience, I can show you, I can tell you how to make it easy on yourself. It's very important to understand and know thyself, because when you know thyself, you're able to unlock what you are and become more of what you are, which is a vast thing. But you are being conditioned by your astrological energy, your astrological programming, shall we say. And so it is imperative that you study your astrological energy, because you are truly pure consciousness. Pure consciousness. But it's not something to be conceptualized. We can come closer to what we are by coming closer to nature. The closer you come to nature, the closer you see what we are. But the closer you come to nature, the more you see what's wrong with what we are in this dimension or this realm. This is what brings you to your purpose. The more you come closer to consciousness and awareness and know thyself, you realize your purpose. You realize that, no, one thing I'm not going to stand for is something that's against my own self. Not going to stand for that. We need to make people more aware and more conscious, because the only way something can be against itself is that it's unconscious. So you want to help out in every way. You want to help yourself become more conscious in others. You want to help yourself and others become more conscious of what it really is. That's why we say reflection, so that you would know that you are me and I am you. But you will never really understand that until you are ready for a spiritual awakening. And some of your programming, as far as astrological programming, plus your experience in your life path, add those up together equals a hell experience. It's just that way, man. Some people are here to be destructive. Some people are here to be the negative and to go against life itself. It's very foolish. It's self-destructing. It's a paradigm that you can get trapped in. And I'm like a merciful part of you that comes here as a part of you that's more conscious of who I am to make you more conscious of who you are. Because we're complete consciousness. It's just that my astrological programming has allowed me the access to consciousness to the level of understanding that I am everything else and my life is of no value if it's not of value to many others. Because wherever I am and whoever I'm talking to, even if I'm talking to myself, I want to make it better. I want to make it grow and understand more. But sometimes the truth is not an easy thing to swallow. Sometimes what's here to help you is here to hurt you first. It's not always easy to hear the truth, especially when you're embezzled in a lie. You've come here and been programmed to lie to your own self. Someone taught you to wash the stink off your body instead of giving you the right food so you won't stink out of your body. They gave you they programmed you. But who were they? Perhaps it was you, because you're the only one exist. So it was you that put yourself in this paradigm and trapped yourself into this paradigm. You were your parents. And see how your mind, your subconscious mind, traps you in a paradigm and then traps you with the astrological energy. And it's just all a cycle system of one consciousness broken up into many different consciousness of levels of consciousness. And each piece of soul of you, of the one, can be trapped in its own paradigm. And it brings me back to what Yahshua said, Jesus said. Why do you talk about the speck in your brother's eye without understanding the plank in your own? If you could take the plank out of your own, it would be nothing to get the speck out of your brother's eye. Basically, it means if you can help yourself first, if you can become conscious yourself and understand life yourself, it would be nothing. When you speak, it would heal people easily. And so we are stuck in paradigms of our astrological energy and our own karma. Our parents are us. See? It's your subconscious mind. You are the only thing in existence. The people that stuck poison inside of your mouth at birth. The same people, this is your mind that did this to yourself. The same people that taught you that you got to go to school and this is your education, that miseducated you, is you. The actual life and program that you're living in as far as the cancer on the planet is you. And the ones that accept it and do not hear the voice of truth are stuck in a hell state, in a lower self. They're stuck in a paradigm, in a world of confusion, pain, suffering. Never truly happy. Never truly content. No matter how much they get, they want more and more and more and more and more. Stuck in a paradigm. And this is why Jesus said it's harder for a rich man to enter the kingdom than it is a camel to the hole of a needle, because the rich man has so much attachments. It's stuck in a paradigm of greed. It'll never have enough. You are complete love. We are each other. I have come to help you, but that does not come without pain. But to become out of The embezzlement of a lie, it's like snatching off a Band-Aid or getting yourself reconditioned to the right way of living, of righteousness. And this is what the mercy of the information age is. Here you are in the abundance of water, and you are thirsty still. Here you are with all of the tools to free yourself, and the door is open. Why do you stay in prison? Because of your attachments, because of your inability, because of your astrological programming, because of the religion that was set upon you. And you can't see past the words, the spells that lock you into this world that you're in, where it makes you dress and talk a certain way. And you can't even see the real world that's right in front of you. So you're locked in a hell state. The funny thing is, there's other realms equivalent to this one, where people are screaming in torture, symbolic to this very one, parallel to this very one, where these souls are actually screaming and hollering, and they're suffering, and the only thing they're suffering, they're locked in by their own subconscious. In this realm that we're in, it's an opportunity for us to ascend to a higher place of existence, of consciousness, being more conscious of self, understanding more supreme being. And they will not allow this. They, who are they? You. You will not allow yourself to be free. You have accepted the spells, the trickery, and it traps you in this everlasting, incarnating realm that you are locked in. And so when you so-called pass away, you just transition, your destiny is set, and some of us are trapped in this everlasting cycle, doing the same thing over and over forever, eternity. You don't understand children. You don't understand life. You don't understand none of it. You are locked in to your karma. And for that, you will suffer. But I don't want you to suffer, because I love myself. So in mercy, I give you the truth. Whether you don't like me or not, I still tell you the truth. Your information will not allow you to accept truth, but it doesn't mean that the truth doesn't come to you for the opportunity. Here it is, you have all the information, and you're still locked into a lie. Locked into a lie. I think I've named this one, Locked into a Lie. The funny thing is, you don't come back to this realm. Time is irrelevant. When you transition from this point to the next, you become whatever you need to become to learn the lessons you need to become. To learn the lessons that you need to learn to become conscious of what you are. It's just a vicious cycle when you're in the lower self of it. It's only one being. It's a vicious game. Reality is wacky. It's so beyond this little dream that you're having. It's so beyond. It's so much more vast than this little experience that you're experiencing. I know who I am. I know what purpose I am to serve here. I know that I'm a fully awakened one, to awaken my other selves, to give the opportunity. Because you know what? In the end, and all of you know it, all of me knows it, at the end of the day, you did it to yourself, didn't you? Everything that's ever happened to you, deep down inside, you know you are the orchestrator of it, don't you? You can sit and try to point the finger at someone else all you want, but you are the orchestrator. Once you realize you are the only thing in existence, you are the only one to blame. There is no parent, there's no child, there's no boyfriend, there's no girlfriend, there's no government. There's only you. And it's you that has to be in tune with you and love yourself. And if you don't, you suffer. But as you look into your astrological chart, you can see how you could get trapped into your own personality manifesting itself to itself, locking itself into this paradigm of reality, and you're locked into this pattern. Huh? You're locked into this pattern of existence. Terrible, because some people stay there for eternity. There are beings, you got a charger, that are locked into these realities for eternity. And it gets worse. This is actually a dimension of opportunity. There's other dimensions where you're just locked in there. And you remember this innately. Somewhere in your heart, you know. You remember being in a hell state. You remember. Somewhere deep inside, it's the thing that makes you scared to die innately. Like you don't want to just jump off a cliff and just fall. That thing that makes every living being respect its life to a certain degree, where no matter how fucked up you are, you don't fucking kill yourself, or you don't just not value your life. You don't just chop your head off. That thing that makes you value your life, or makes you very scared to die. That innate feeling of death is what allows us to know our value of this life. That we truly signed up for this shit, man. This is an opportunity to become a greater being. Some of us are trapped in the paradigm of whatever makes us feel good. Not the truth. Some of us are trapped into paradigms that our astrological energy might be a dominant one. So we go on to be an Israelite. Because in the Israelite, I can be dominant. I could be a male dominant. Yeah. I like this. Yeah, this is right. It feels good. It matches my personality. This goes right along with. And then because of your belief systems, it locks you into this paradigm of a lie. And it's real. If you believe in it, it's real. The thing about it is it's real, but it's not truth. It's not divine truth. But it's real. Even a lie is real. It's real because you believed in it. And if you can imagine something, it becomes real. Even if it's a lie, right? Even if that's how powerful the mind is. If you can, this is why I say I believe in everything, because the mind, it doesn't judge, it just allows. So if you can image it, that means it's real. So that means every religion is telling the truth, and you will experience all of it, but it will take you down a wormhole. Your lie will lock you into a wormhole. and then spit you back out. The thing about a lie is that in the end, you realize it was a lie because you get stuck in a cycle. You get stuck on a cycle. And on top of that, you being in a time and place where information is just vast, where you can just question everything and find the very essence and source of the truth. And here I am telling you right now, the source of truth, of divinity, is nature. If you really was on a journey of truth, what you would find is nature. It is the epitome of everything, right? How could you want to understand life and ignore the breath that you breathe and not question, what is this breath that I breathe? Where do I get this breath that I breathe to even speak the words that I speak? What is the breath that I breathe? How could you want to understand life and truth and not ask yourself, what sustains my life? Here's the essence of truth. Acknowledging what sustains your life. Then we get to the source. And what do we find? We find the sun. And then when we find the sun, we say, the sun is powering all of this. We're just the sun. That's what we are, right? Okay. So the sun is what I am. Why did I get close to who I am? Wait, the plants do what to the sun? They break the sun down and turn that sun into oxygen? Well, why don't I get closer to the trees? What? Wait, what? The food that's most healthy for me is fruit, and it comes from the trees, and that comes from the sun? Why not let me get close to that? If I want to know truth, if I want to know who I am and what I am, it's the air that I breathe. Let me eat what I am, more pure, more close to source. These laws of thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not steal, thou shalt not lie were set up for a reason. Fruit is the only thing that we can eat without killing something. It comes from a living being, but it seems that the living being is giving it to you because it drops from the tree without you harming the living being. And then when you eat it, it is delectable to your soul. It's refreshing, fulfilling, and sustains your life as your mother's milk would. People say people with less melanin cannot be in the sun. This is bullshit. What cannot be in the sun is toxins in your blood. This is why they get burnt by the sun. You get burnt by the sun and not accepted by the sun because you have toxins and aliens in your being. You not get burnt by the sun just on the fact that you don't have melanin. That's not true. That is a lie. All of us are the same under the sun. We are the sun. Some of us higher frequencies of it, some of us lower frequencies of it, but it's all playing out as the same thing, the sun. So with us knowing that we're the sun, someone with less melanin, if they are eating from the sun, which would mean fruit, right? Not eating what eats from the sun, but eating from the sun, without violence in its blood, without vicious hormones pumping through the blood of the animal that now you ate, and now it's going through your blood. And this fear frequency is being rejected in your blood and then burns the shit out of you. Black people included, melanated people included. Try not to eat right and go into the sun and you be black. See what happened to your ass. Let's let the truth be known that if you were eating the wrong food and you go out to the sun, it doesn't matter if you got melanin or not. The sun will reject your ass because it rejects the blood. The tainted blood, it is trying to purify that blood. It doesn't care. If you're less melanated, it will help you build melanin. It will get you in tune with what you are. You see the lie? Because you got light-skinned black people that get burnt by the sun. You got black people that lose their melanin for vitiligo, leprosy. Reflection, your blood is what matters in the sun. That is the only thing that matters to the sun, your blood. You're eating the wrong food, eating poison, try to go out into the sun and see what happens. If you're the blackest person in the world, eat the wrong food and go into the sun and see what happens. That motherfucker will burn your ass alive. You eating the right food and your blood is clean, no matter what color you are, you could bask in it. It feels beautiful. It does not hurt you. You see? Locked into a lie. So I'm going to basically be posting this on YouTube. This is a good download. You guys can catch it on my YouTube. If you haven't caught it, I just give it as I get it. But what I'm trying to tell you is that you are pure love. And the only thing that's blocking you from understanding what you are and what you expressing what you truly are and articulating and actually realizing what you truly are is your lack of understanding of what you are via your astrological programming. I want you to look into your astrological chart. I don't care what religion you think you are, whatever you think you are, I come here to help you. Listen to me. Get you a natal chart. Study your Venus. What is your Venus sign? It's very important because that's where everything begins. The heart is the third eye, not the pituitary gland or the pineal gland. The third eye is the heart. It's the first eye. Should I say it's the first eye? Okay? The first eye is your heart. The true eye. Everything developed as a baby is what? The heart. And then the heart pushes cells up and out. It pumps and extends itself, pushes cells out to create a brain. And then it pumps itself out to create kidneys and an arm and a limb, and here you are, developed around the heart. The heart is the seed of the human. The being that you are, your heart is the center. And in the Bible it talks about the heart. Wherever your treasures are, there is your heart. Meaning, it says, do not conjure up earthly things, materials. Rather gather up treasures in heaven and the higher selves. Wisdom and knowledge. For wherever your treasures are, there your heart will lie. And then right after that it talks about the eye, which is the heart. The eye is the lamp of the body. The eye. This is why we go like this. Peace, reflection. Because we know that the heart is being articulated by the brain. The brain is just trying to articulate the heart. It's just a computer. It's articulating processing the heart. All that you see comes from the heart. All that you hear, speak, sound comes from the heart. So, all of your issues come from your heart. How do we clear our issues? We must address our subconscious and reprogram the subconscious, which is your heart. Most of our issues, from our weight to our physical body, if you want to heal your physical body, heal your heart. That is the source of your being. We get straight to the heart, straight to your Venus, and see how your Mercury is communicating with your Venus. See how your Mars is communicating with your Venus. Because everything else is an extension of Venus. Once we understand that the eye, which is the heart, is the lamp of the body. If the eyes are healthy, if your hearts are healthy, then the whole body will be full of light. It's the source of all your problems is in your heart. And it all comes from your childhood. It's all in your heart. If you can figure out how to get it all out and talk about it and address your issues deep inside that you've bottled in, then you will free your soul, your mind, and you will open your mind. If you can open your heart, you can open your mind, because that's what your heart is your mind. Someone that has a closed mind has a closed heart, calloused. That's what the Bible talks about in Matthew 13. The curse of Isaiah, the prophecy of Isaiah. Though seeing, they will never see. Though hearing, they will never hear. For their hearts have been calloused. Your heart being where you see from, you hear from. If they did, I would turn and they would be healed. They would turn from their ways and I would heal them. But their hearts are calloused. So you start to see where the eye is the heart. Right? And so the heart, if it was unhealthy, then it will be full of darkness. And this darkness, we're not talking about the true darkness of essence of where everything comes from. We're talking about darkness as far as confusion. I can't see, I can't understand confusion. We're talking about that kind of darkness, fear, lower self kind of darkness. And if the eye is full of darkness and is pumping out darkness, how great is that darkness? Because your heart is pumping out into a field that magnetically draws to you your reality. You are emitting this frequency out, but it's not out, it's truly in. But what you are receiving is a reality that is based upon your heart frequency. You see? Your brain is just interpreting. Your Mercury is just articulating your heart. That's all. Out of the mouth comes the what? The heart. You want to see someone's art? Look at their actions. Some people have good hearts, but cannot articulate it very well. And that's okay. But that seems to be a problem in their life. It can block them. Because the voice is very sacred. The voice chakra is very sacred. Because you can speak life or death upon your life. Right? So look at us. What are we speaking from our thoughts? Right? Because if you cannot even communicate yourself to another, how can you communicate your heart to yourself? Because before I can speak out of me, I'm speaking in me. And so if my heart is confused by its Mercury, and my Mercury is in a position that is debilitated. If I don't acknowledge my debilitation, then I will never know my weakness. I can never make it my strength. That's why it's important to understand astrology. Because then you can understand where your mind and how your being, how consciousness works itself through you. Because you're pure consciousness, right? Locked in by this astrological energy, which is consciousness locked in to this personality, this ego, right? This small computed ego, which is your astrological energy. Now, when you're released from that ego, some people have been released from this ego for a moment, and it's like, oh, it was pure love. It was kissed on my forehead, and it was all white, and I seen Jesus, and whatever they imagine the being to be or depicted the being to be from their subconscious, and then they felt love from that thing. They felt complete love, and I knew that I was love, and they don't know how to explain it. They don't know how to express it. But for that moment, they weren't just this. They were everything. You don't have to die to know that. I'm well alive, and I feel that every day. This is why I get up every morning and do what I do. This is what my life means to me. Pure love. And I'm trying to make everybody else understand as well what they are. And I will not stop until my mission is over and I'm completed my work. Remember, your heart is your third eye. It's not even your third eye, but what they call the third eye. It's the first eye. It is projecting your reality to everything else. There would be no pineal gland, pituitary gland, or any other gland if it wasn't for the heart pumping it up to make the cells to make that gland. You see, these eyes are just extensions of the heart, projections of the heart, extended. Because without these eyes, we can see. Without these ears, we can hear. Without this mouth, we could still talk. But these allow us to see into this visual light spectrum, talk into this frequency of sound and this spectrum of existence. You see, smell, hear in this frequency of existence. But the heart is, it's fucking everything. It's God. It's what we truly all are. Study your astrological chart. See where your Venus is at. It'll be the best investment ever. Know thyself is the key. If you will know thyself, then you will know the gods. This is the key. And this will go on YouTube if you want it, Nature Boy TV. And Locked Into a Lie is what it would be called. I love my self-reflection.